Hey everybody, W here with another Stratego game analysis. This is game number 16 of our mystery player series with the flag up front. We're currently 14-1 and we're now playing a bronze major with a few more wins than losses. So let's see how the game goes. We'll just go through this quickly. Alright, I don't go first again. It seems like I only go first 1 out of 3 times. Let's see if we get scouted. No. That's good. We survived the first move and we survived the second move. Always like pulling this piece out early because it makes this look like a bomb. Every time you pull a piece out from behind another piece, it makes it look like this is a bomb. So I doubt if these pieces are high pieces. This player looks like he's not a strong attacker. He's moving a lot of pieces. You have to remember that, all the spots where he's moved, so you can counterattack these spots later. So he could have won on the first 2 moves. He had 2 chances. He had a scout here. See, he had low pieces. Okay, there's the first high piece. That's a popular spot for a major. It's not bad for him to swap now, since it's known that he doesn't have to defend his major. More low pieces up front. So we have a major, and these are probably two bad pieces, but we know that's a sergeant. So now he probably thinks this is a high piece. So I still want to clear this column. So I think I bring up a captain. I think this piece over here is not high either, sergeant or scout. It's good that the guy's taking his time. He's trying to think things through. So most beginners play way too fast. There's just no way you can absorb all the information by moving half a second or a second a turn. There's just no way. I'm waiting for him to hit me with his sergeant. Now I can go down. So that was great. I got 2 pieces. That was really good. And that turned out to be great. You like that when you get 2 pieces and then you swap. So now all I have to do is check this piece. This might be a good piece. He might finally come up with a top piece to attack. So that's good. I like that. So this is probably not a scout then if he moved it out. This might be a sergeant. It's good to attack that so I'm on the diagonal. But now I just move up to show strength. He doesn't know what this is a colonel. So I just move up, and now he has his doubts if this is what this is. He might think it might be my marshal. He knew it was a high piece because I was coming after his major. I'd like to know what this piece is. And bingo, now we have the marshal and the general. So he should be in trouble now. It's very bad when you reveal your marshal and your general. And he really got duped here. He only found a sergeant. So he's probably really mad that he revealed his marshal for just a sergeant. We have to remember marshal, general. So I'm just repositioning my board, making an escape lane. Always like doing that for my colonel. Now he's going to try to test my colonel here to find out what it is. He wants to know if this is a marshal or if it's a general. Because if it's a marshal, he could go around this way and counterattack. But he has to know what it is. So by me moving up here and acting like this is a strong piece, he now has to waste a low piece to find out what it is. Now it's time to get the general ready. See, I can't take because then he'll come here. And that would be a good move if this was a spy. That would have been a really good trick. I want to get this piece because this piece was probably worthless. This is either a sergeant or a scout. Now I'm going to pull it back. It's a close game right now, so I don't really want to lose this captain. So now notice that right there, this piece moved forward. This piece didn't. So this piece here is probably higher than a captain. I didn't notice that in the game, but you have to see subtle things like this to really improve your game. The fact that he moved this piece up is a tell that this piece is higher than a captain. And since this piece didn't move up, this piece is probably lower than a captain or a captain. So now I just want to get my captain to safety. I'm going to pull these pieces back. This is probably like a major on the side. You had one over here, so that would be symmetrical. The game's fairly even. I'm down a sergeant and down a minor, but up to scouts. So now I bluff his general again, and I could do that because first of all he's still not that good of a player, and second of all I know where his high pieces are, where his marshal and general are. So even if he took my colonel, I'd still have a decent advantage. But this guy seems to be very easily bluffable. He seems very timid with his pieces. So. And that's a big risk. Do you want to gamble with your general if this is a marshal or not? That's a very hard bluff to call. So now he's going to test it, and that's what I wanted him to do. I wanted him to waste a piece, and he did. So now he's probably really mad because I found his marshal with a sergeant, and I tricked his general to move away, and he had to scout it with a minor. So my opponent is really frustrated at this point. He's going through 7 scouts and a couple sergeants, and he just wasted a minor to scout. So he's probably really getting frustrated. And so now he chases me, and I don't understand that. I really don't understand why he would come in with his general. I mean, I know I like to bluff, and that can make you frustrated when someone constantly bluffs you. But there was absolutely no reason for him to attack my side here. His general has been revealed for over like 20 moves. So I had plenty of time to have a marshal ready or a general ready to protect my colonel, and marshals are usually what protects the colonels. So he had really no reason to come in with a general. It was just too risky. There was he had no knowledge of my pieces. He couldn't say, well, the marshal was on this side, the general was on this side maybe. He had no idea. He just came in. It's basically like a lotto. And if you do things like that, you'll never advance to high gold or platinum. There's just no way. You have to have a reason, and you might be right in your reasoning, but the player dupes you and tricks you, and it turns out wrong. But this player, he just went in on a whim. And like I said, since this was already revealed 20 moves ago, it makes no sense to come in. Now maybe if it was found out right away and he came in, then you could say, well, he tried to beat any defense to try to get the kernel. But I'm not sure what he was trying to do. But don't do things like that. And that's the problem when you reveal your high pieces. You know, since his marshal was revealed, he couldn't bring a bluff piece from over here to come down and find out what this was. So that's always the negative of revealing your marshal in general. So he loses his general. So now he's probably all ready to go into lotto mode. And that's devastating when you lose your general. So now I'm going to move my general up here and my colonel up here. Since we know where the marshal is, we just want to protect our flag on this side. Now I should go over here to get this piece, but I didn't notice that. I noticed it when I watched it the second time here. I should have got this piece instead, because this was higher than a captain. He helped me out though. He bailed me out by lottoing, and it was a major, and he did have a symmetrical setup with the majors. So now he's lottoing with his other major. When you're ahead, I'm ahead of I'm ahead of major and a general, so I swap. Now I'm not sure why I did that. Maybe he wanted to draw me over so a kernel could come down, or maybe that was just a misclick. But that didn't make sense. I just got a free piece. So I still have to worry. He has one scout left. Anytime you have an open flag anywhere, you always have to worry about that last scout. So there's the colonel. That's his first colonel. I'm just protecting my flag. I don't want to rush over too soon with my general because I want him to come in, and now he found another bomb. So that bomb got a major and that got a colonel, and that ends the game. So we get a victory. It went real quick. So got the victory real quick there. But it all started, it was a very even game until he decided here to charge in with his, where is it here, where he charged with his general. See, this made no sense because he didn't have any information of my board except my flag wasn't in the corner here. To rush in with a general, that's, you're just guessing. Now, if you remember my previous game, I went over with my general chasing a general, but at least I knew pieces on this side. I knew where his general was and his colonel was, and how his board was acting. He was moving all sorts of pieces on this side, so it seemed like this was where the marshal was, and it seemed like this was the weaker side where the general colonel spy, and that made sense for me to go forward and to chase my opponent's general to get the colonel. But in this case, this person had no information whatsoever. He was just mad, I guess, at being duped, and he was just frustrated, and he was running out of scouts. So he just decided to go for it. But, that's like 50-50, and, you win 50, you lose 50. You're never going to get to a gold level. So don't do that. And try to not to reveal your high pieces. That was the key in this game. He revealed his high pieces. And when you reveal your high pieces, you lose your ability to bluff, and then you can no longer bluff to find your opponent's high pieces. So that's it for game 16. So now we're 15-1. So we're got our win streak going again. And I'll work on game 17. Thanks for watching. Bye.